Welcome to the Health, Habits, and Epic Living podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Sherry Price. The goal of this podcast is to educate and enable empowered women to take the next step towards achieving their health, wellness, and lifestyle goals. Let's get started. Hello, my beautiful friend. As a follow-up to last week's podcast, I want to just start off this podcast by sincerely thanking my community. I have received a number of DMs and emails with your well wishes, love, and support, and I want to acknowledge you and thank you. Being in an emotional swirl and feeling so raw openly is something that I'm learning to become more comfortable with, and I just appreciate you in your comforting words and comments and prayers from last week. And a special thanks to my soul sisters who I finally had the courage to reach out and ask for help, and also to my amazing Epic You community members. Your love and support has really helped me heal as I journey through this grieving process. And so I just really want you to know that your support means a lot. And I have an interesting story that I want to share with you. So I launched Tone in 10, and there were a few members who were interested in joining. However, they said, gosh, now's not the right time. Is there any way you can delay it till later? And since I didn't have a ton of interest, I decided to put it on hold. We can relaunch it a little later when it was working for everybody. And then similar things happened with IF45. And then lo and behold, you know what happened last week. So it was beautiful timing. I didn't see it. And so, I was launching these things and I didn't really understand why people wanted to wait until later in February, but it turns out it was such a blessing to me, and how God just protects and provides and gave me the space that I needed to do more self-care, spend more time and attention with my family, and really allowed me to take time away from work so that I can do the healing and be the supportive wife that I wanted to be. So I mention that because sometimes things don't make sense to us, but a lot of times when we look back, we could connect the dots. So with that being said, I wanted you to know that I'm relaunching Tone in 10, and we are going to be starting Sunday, February 25th. And I know for some women joining the program, they want to take off the COVID weight. They want to get in shape for summer. They want to be able to feel confident when they're wearing shorts or in their bathing suit. And they really want to tone up their body. And so if this is a gift you want to give to your body and to your health, we get started on Sunday, February 25th. We start with a weekly habit. And so we start with small chunks. You'll get some information and then how to implement. So information followed by implementation. And that is the process we do each week inside of Tone in 10. There is also opportunity for personal one-on-one calls to address anything that may be unique to you or that you want additional information, help, and support on. This is a 10-week journey. So we will be together for roughly about 3 months. And I will be walking you through the principles of how to take the best care of your body so that you have optimal health, not just good health, but optimal health. Because the more things we can do now and habituate those and make those into habits and make that into our daily routine, the better our life will be down the road. So if you'd like more information about this program, you could go to my website, epicu.com, to learn more. And in one of the weeks, we talk all about mindset, because mindset is foundational to your health. If you don't get your mindset right, literally, your life could fall apart because you won't be taking the actions. You will know all the information and you will know all the actions to take, but you won't be able to implement them. And so that's what I want to talk about on today's podcast, is cultivating a mindset that supports your health and your habits. And I call that a winning mindset. Let's look at the contrary. Let's look at a poor mindset. When you have a poor mindset, it leads to apathy, depression, and a whole host of other negative emotions like feeling hopeless, feeling troubled, misaligned, low energy, feeling like crap, not motivated. And when I'm saying about a mindset, what I'm really talking about is the thoughts that you have. For example, a poor mindset is thinking that your best days are behind you, or that you don't deserve to look and feel great and amazing in your body. A poor mindset is really thinking negatively about your life or about yourself and about your capabilities. And I really like the word poor mindset because you can use scarcity here, but I really like poor because I feel a poor mindset really robs you of a rich, full life. And a poor mindset is like, oh, I could just have a little piece or a little sliver of a good life, but that the rest of it isn't available to me. It's like settling for just a small part of a good life when so much more is available to you. And when you have a poor mindset, it's really that you're choosing thoughts to see the world in a scarcity or in a way that you see a lot of lack, where you don't have, but others do. So it's the opposite of an abundant, winning mindset. Because when you feel like you have an abundant mindset, you feel like life is amazing. I'm winning at life. This feels so good. And here's what I want you to know. You can either have a losing mindset or scarcity mindset or cultivate a winning mindset. That is up to your choosing. And I don't think many people understand that. So if you routinely have thoughts like, I'm too busy, it's too hard, I'm too old, I'm too heavy, I'm not thin enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not disciplined enough, it's too late for me to lose weight, now's not the right time to start caring for my health, I have so much on my plate, I don't have time to work out, or I should have solved this already. Note that all of that comes from a scarcity mindset, scarcity of time, scarcity of ability, scarcity of capability, and scarcity in your confidence. And all of that sets you up to not have what you want. So in essence, it is a losing mindset because you don't gain what you really truly want for your health, for your life, for your finances, for your relationships. Because let's go back to some of those phrases and see when we think them, how do we feel inside? What's the vibrational energy that they are creating inside our body? So when you think, I'm too busy, what comes up for you emotionally? And when I ask my clients this, they'll say stressed, overwhelmed, I just can't fit it in, too much on my plate. And then let's look at another one that causes scarcity or a losing mindset. It's too hard. When you think it's too hard, you feel hopeless and defeated before you even begin half the time. And let's look at another one. I should have solved this already. If you think over and over, I should have solved this weight problem. I've just solved this drinking problem. I should have solved this relationship problem. What does that create? Feelings of embarrassment, shame. Notice that none of these states, feeling stressed, overwhelmed, hopeless, defeated, disappointed, embarrassed, ashamed, none of them create a positive vibrational energy inside of your body. Maybe you're conscious of these thoughts, or maybe you're not aware or conscious of these thoughts. They could be subconscious. But either way, having these thoughts over and over again keep you stuck exactly where you are. And it robs you of the energy to want to change. So this scarcity, losing mindset actually creates negative energy in your body. And I think this work that's been done by Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, other people in this field, they have wrote amazing books on this. And it's fascinating because how we think really affects our biology, our physiology, and our actions and our inactions, what we do and what we don't do. So it is in direct correlation to our mental, emotional, and physical health. Just by how we think. It is that powerful, my friends. Our thoughts and how we think influence our biology and our physiology. Whoa. So I just shared with you that our thoughts can either create low energy states or higher energy states. And who doesn't want more energy? Hands in the air, anyone? And so take this a bit further. Our thoughts can either increase or decrease the quality of our life, right? If you have more energy more of the time, you are vibrating higher, you have more love, you have these higher energy vibrations, love, kindness, peace, calm, contentment, which are way better than apathy, depression, sadness, anger, jealousy, envy. And so not only does it change the quality of our life, it's been proven to change the quantity of our life. You will get more days with a winning mindset. So having poor or scarcity-based thoughts create this lower level of energy in our body. And maybe that's why it feels so hard to achieve your goals because you're thinking it's going to be so hard. And so you're actually perpetuating the difficulty of it, and you're adding to the difficulty of it just by your thought process. Whereas having an abundant or winning mindset creates energy within the body, and now you're more energized to make a change and attain your goals. Not only that, a winning mindset says you can have what you want, you can achieve what you want. That's winning, right? Getting what you want. Because let's look at the facts. You are never too old to have better health or to lose weight. You are never too old to kick your drinking habit or other bad habits to the curb. And you have more than enough time to prioritize what is truly important to you. The problem is most of us don't make our priority list. And we operate thinking we just have to work more efficiently. But I would argue we need to be more effective, meaning we're actually doing the things that's going to move the needle on the things that mean the most to us. Not doing low-level tasks and just getting better at them, which have no impact on our health, financial goals, or whatever other goals that are extremely important to us. And so when you have a winning mindset, you're setting yourself up for effectiveness, not just efficiency. Because we all have enough time in the day to do what we truly want to do and what we prioritize. And that's why I help women see how their actions are either helping them or not, how their mindset is either helping them or not, because we want to make sure that we're prioritizing the right things in our life so we don't get to the end of our life and go, gosh, I should have spent my time a little differently. And then some people, it's not even allocation of time. It's thinking that they don't have enough time when they actually do. And they can free up time easily to make sure that the things that mean the most to them actually get done. And we also have to make sure that there's no underlying belief there that says you can't have it or you're not deserving it or you can't attain it, because that will block you from actually having that winning mindset. So if you have a scarcity mindset or a poor mindset, I just want to ask, where did you pick that up from? Because it's not yours. Somebody gave you that thought? Throw it away. Throw it in the trash. It's not true. I encourage you to pick up a winning mindset because guess what? You do deserve it. You can have it and you can attain it. And when you have a winning mindset and you cultivate that mindset, you have better mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, financial health, and physical health. It's a win, 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 win. And if you don't have that mindset right now, you can cultivate it. That's what I help the members do inside of Epic You. We are cultivating a mindset so that the habits stick, so that the weight comes off, so that the weight stays off, so that the drinking lowers, so that you're getting the results in life that you really want, that are really most important to you. Because you can change. And in fact, we all change throughout life. Change is really the only constant. Our health changes, our body changes, our desires change, our interests change, our preferences change. Things change. And if you look out into the world, you'll see a lot of change out there as well. Tides change, sunsets change, the weather changes. Change happens all the time. And I could tell you last week, we had a big change, right? And it's about embracing that. Did we want it? No, some of the changes you're not going to want. But how can you work with it so it doesn't defeat you and keep you down? So that you see a challenge and you're like, okay, I could prepare for that and I can still win at my goals. What's most important to me? I don't want to dig in my heels and resist change because whatever we resist persists. I want to look at change and say, how is this happening for me? What can I learn from this? What lessons can I take from this? And if you've ever been rocked by a death in the family, it rocks you to your core. You begin questioning a ton of things. Not just about their life, but about your own. How am I spending the rest of my life? Where do I go at the end of this life, right? These existential questions come up. I also want to offer this. There are people out there that have the best habits. They're doing all the right things, but they might not have the best mindset. Do you have any of those around you? Have you seen any of those people? Their mindset is kind of in the toilet. They're kind of negative. They're not the most fun people to be around. And it's almost like you can see that they're setting themselves up for a harder, less fulfilling life, a life with not a lot of ease. So when we say you don't have a lot of ease, you turn to dis-ease or disease. And so disease starts to happen a little quicker than maybe it should because the mind is a powerful thing. I've seen people heal themselves with the power of their mind. Literally miracles. So I think mindset is critical. It's foundational. It's even more important than habits. The habits come so much easier when you've got the right mindset, which is why we work on mindset all the time in Epic You. It's why I have a whole week dedicated to it in Tone in 10. It's why I bring it up in IF 45 for women. Because you're not going to stick to intermittent fasting if your mindset is in the toilet. You're not going to want to go lift weights at the gym if your mindset is in the toilet. And here's the thing, if you don't fix a losing scarcity mindset, you know what happens? You become more bitter, more resentful as life goes on. And it's almost like you're starting to think, I guess this is the best life gets. And as I mentioned when we first opened the podcast episode, you start thinking my best days are behind me. And I don't stand for that because those are just thoughts. And I'm choosing not to have those thoughts because I know some of my best days are still in front of me. I haven't gotten to them yet. I have some amazing things coming up in the future that I could see already now. It's so exciting. I feel that vibrational energy now, even though I'm not there yet. It fills me with joy. It fills me with satisfaction now, just by my thoughts. So I want to offer to you that you can change your thoughts and adopt a mindset where you're winning at life, because now you'll start to see teachers, opportunities, and positive things start to happen in your life. And this will begin to fill you with energy. And that will fuel you into action. And that will help you create more health and better habits so you can live your epic life. And what I love about this is you have control over what you think. You are in control, but only if you are willing to accept the responsibility. Because I like how Mel Robbins says it, no one is coming to save you. Yes, we could get help from outside people, but you have to be invested in changing and saving yourself. And that requires you to take control and cultivate a winning mindset because you are in charge of your thinking. You can change your brain to have a winning mindset. You can train your brain to utilize your time for your highest priorities. You can train your brain to break your big goals down into small, achievable steps like we do in Tone in 10. And you can train your brain so that you create more energy in your body so you want to take the appropriate action. But if you don't change your thinking, guess what? You won't change your results. It's that simple. So the whole solution starts within you. It starts within your brain. It starts within your mind. And that's why I'm so passionate about teaching mindset work in my programs. Because when you have a winning mindset, you really do win at life. And you get the results that you actually want. I know talking to a lot of busy women, they'll say, well, who's going to do the dishes and who's going to do the laundry? And I just want to say, is that the highest priority? Is that worth sacrificing your body, your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health for clean dishes and every item of clothing to be clean in your house? Most of us have so much clean clothing that we just don't wear. It's called like 80% of our closet. We just don't wear it. We just keep wearing the same 20% over and over again. And we need that 20% clean always. And I want to challenge you, do you? Because I think you have some backups we can use, right? So it's about prioritizing your highest goals and cultivating that winning mindset so you give yourself permission to have it, to attain it, to get it, and making it fun so it's sustainable. And here's the thing, when you have a winning mindset, not only does it feel good, you stop fighting yourself, right? When you have like, oh, I don't want to do it, I'm too old, this isn't happening quick enough, all of that losing mentality, you're actually increasing the fight within, and it makes it harder to do the thing you actually want to do. Let's just make it easier by cultivating a winning mindset. All right, my friends, cultivate a winning mindset so that you can achieve your health goals. And I'll see you next week. Thanks for listening to the Health Habits and Epic Living podcast. If you're ready to take the next step to improve your health, wellness, and lifestyle goals, head over to www.epicyou.com and sign up for my weekly newsletter. Again, that's EPICYOU.com. Please note that the information in this podcast is for educational purposes only and does not constitute medical advice.